beautiful souls, welcome to my channel. My name is Tracy. I actually live in South Africa, born and bred here. My little puppy dog's barking in the background, apologies for that. So yeah, let me know in the comments where you guys are from, who you are. It would be lovely to meet all of you. I've literally just started my channel, and one of the things I feel very led to do is share part of my healing journey in terms of how I've got breakthrough energetically, so spiritually, emotionally and physically over the years. And because I've had such breakthrough, I feel not to keep it to myself but to share it with you. So one of the things that happened early 2020, actually before we went into the whole pandemic and the lockdown period, etc., I had quite a traumatic experience, and I realized I hadn't dealt with some of my abandonment and rejection issues from childhood. And I also realized that everything I had done to that point, I've always been spiritual, I've always had a connection with the divine. So prayer, I even went to a counselor, etc., etc. I had taken medication for depression at one point. None of it fully helped me. And so I started going within, something I had never done before, because I always thought that was a very selfish thing to do. You know, don't go within because you need to go without and help people. What I've realized subsequently is going within, healing, then it enables you to then go out and help people from a space of being more healed. So one of the things I did in 2020 during that time was I started meditating, and what I specifically looked for was some inner child healing meditations and meeting your higher self, etc., which I did, and they worked, but to a degree again. And as you guys know, any of you that have been on social media, you know, if you start searching for certain things, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, etc., the kind of algorithm will start popping up similar types of content. So what started happening specifically on my Instagram feed was I got more and more posts about chakras and chakra healing. And I looked at this and I thought, what is this? And it's actually energy healing. Initially I thought, oh, that's a bit weird, and it kept coming up, and then eventually one day I thought, okay, I'm going to do some research. And what I came across was obviously the chakras, the 7 main ones, are energy centers in our bodies, and when they're blocked, they produce certain symptoms. And when I looked at some of the symptoms, I'm like, that's me. And then the authors of these particular posts, etc., would then share meditations or advice in terms of how to balance your chakras. So this whole video today really is going to explain the chakras simplistically initially, and then I'm hoping to build on it. So yeah, I just want to go through that today with you guys, and hopefully I help someone out there. I know it helped me. One of the key ways of balancing your chakras just up front, I've discovered, is through meditation, and I will go into a little bit more detail about that as I go along. So what are the chakras? So essentially the chakras are energy centers in your body. They are known as, the chakras, another word for chakra is spinning wheel, and it literally is a vortex that an energy center that creates a vacuum, and the vacuum that it creates in terms of when it's spinning actually attracts frequencies at the frequency that it is spinning at, basically. So your chakras can either be underbalanced and overbalanced and blocked as well. And when they are blocked or overbalanced, there are symptoms as a result of that, and they can be physical, they can be emotional, they can be spiritual, they can actually manifest in the general outworking of your life. And what I found when I worked on some of those energy centers, I started seeing a release. One of the big ones for me was my throat chakra. I started being able to express myself, and also my sacral and solar plexus. I grew in a bit more confidence. I stopped caring as much what people thought about me, and started putting myself out there a bit more. Starting with TikTok, I've got a TikTok channel with some humor, local South African humor for those of you that are interested, and it was my way of developing my confidence. Anyway, so to go back to the chakras, like I said, they are spinning wheels. It's nothing weird. Initially I was a bit skeptical. I'm like, that sounds a bit dodgy. But if you think about it logically and scientifically, everything is energy. The entire universe is energy. Every cell in our body is vibrating energy at molecular level. So why wouldn't we have energy centers in our bodies? It just makes sense to me. The chakras, the 7 main ones that I'm going to talk about, go up and down the center of your spine basically, starting with the root chakra at the base of your spine, moving up to your sacral, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye and crown. And they're actually in the colors of the rainbow. So it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet basically. And if you think about the rainbow, it's literally a prism of light. So light reflects through a raindrops, and produces, it literally splits into the spectrum of colors and produces a beautiful rainbow. And that's pretty much how we are in our inner being. You're not just flesh and blood, right? When you die, your spirit leaves you. You're not here. This body stays, but you're gone. But yeah, so you've got a light being inside you, your higher self, your spirit being. And that being is eternal. And it is a light being, and it's able to reflect light. But in our physical bodies, we have energy centers, and if they're blocked, we can't reflect and absorb the right frequencies correctly, and it does create symptoms of blockages and illness and emotional stuckness and difficulty in relationships, etc., etc. So I'm going to go through each of the 7 chakras one by one, starting at the lower base chakra or the root chakra, going all the way up to the crown chakra. Like I said, it's literally basic information that I'll build on at a later stage. However, I think it might help some of you if you listen to each of them and perhaps some of the symptoms you might be experiencing and ways to overcome it. It could potentially help you, and I actually really hope it does. Alrighty, so I'm going to start off with the root chakra. Like I said, the color is the color red. Guys, I've made a few notes because it is my first video, so if I look down or away, it's not because I am being weird, it's because I just want to remind myself and help the nerves. So the root chakra, I have taken my jacket off. So the root chakra sits here at the base of your spine, basically on both sides. The chakras actually emanate through the center of your body, and like I said, it creates that vortex that then brings in the frequencies or even blocks the right frequencies that you need to keep that chakra balanced. So the root chakra, as already mentioned, is the color red, and the message behind the root chakra is I exist. Your physical me, I exist, I'm here, I matter. And it says live your life profoundly. It actually speaks to the element of earth, and it relates to you feeling safe, grounded, balanced, etc. So if you are feeling out of whack in terms of your root chakra, you might find an obsession with money, with food, with sexuality, like overly so. You might have issues, physical issues with your colon, with your bladder, lower back pain, leg issues, arthritis, osteoporosis, and inflammation in your immune system. So if you think about inflammation, when you are inflamed or sore in a certain area, it goes red, right? That speaks to an immune system response. So one of the ways that you can help to open this chakra or balance it is by walking barefoot out in nature on the grass. You can do it outside of your home if you have grass, if you're lucky enough like me, I do. And also by eating red foods, very practical. Red foods such as apples and beetroots. And the other thing is, as I mentioned up front, meditation. So we vibrated a frequency, our chakras vibrated a certain frequency. There's beautiful meditations out there where each chakra has a certain frequency it resonates with, and the authors of these meditations often use those sound frequencies, as well as activations in terms of imagining the colors and mantras associated with the chakras, etc. So I'm giving you the basic stuff, but you can really build on quite significantly with different practices in terms of opening and balancing your chakras. So the next chakra is your sacral chakra. It's orange in color. And basically the message behind the sacral chakra is I desire. Live your life with passion. So it relates to your creativity, your sensuality, your desire for pleasure, your ability to be flexible and to adapt. The element for the sacral chakra is the element of water. And some of the issues you might find if your sacral chakra is blocked is emotional instability. So you'll feel like you're an emotional roller coaster. One minute you're happy, the next minute you're sad. You might be experiencing some sexual dysfunction, a lack of creative energy, a low mood, or even depression can be associated with the sacral chakra. fertility issues and addictions as well to alcohol, drugs, whatever the case is, and that you find that food, that could be impacting you. Even exercise sometimes. So the remedies for the sacral chakra, because it is associated with the element of water, is to swim. Not all of us have access to a swimming pool or the right weather conditions or temperature of a swimming pool, but you can also have a deep bath or even a shower, just a cleansing shower. We just allow the water to beat down on you and just wash over you. The other thing is to, again, foods. I'm speaking very much physically now. You can eat oranges, carrots, sweet potatoes, and one of the things you can do to balance and open your sacral chakra is to follow your dreams. Guys, what dream do you have hidden there within you that no one knows about, that you're not following, and you should, because it'll make you so happy and it will actually balance your sacral chakra too. So the third chakra, if you're going this way up, is the solar plexus chakra. The color of that, this particular chakra is yellow, and it's associated with the element fire. The message behind the solar plexus chakra is I control, but obviously I control my destiny. I control for the good, not for the bad. So if it's imbalanced, your solar plexus, you'll be overbearing, overpowerful, because it's literally the center of power, okay? So your solar plexus, if it is balanced, you feel confident, you have good self-worth. Like I said, you're using your energy, your life for the good of others. If your solar plexus happens to be blocked, you will be experiencing issues of negative self-esteem. That's something I've had to work through quite a bit over the last while, still am. Digestive issues, same here. I believe that I need to work on my solar plexus chakra some more. Self-doubt, and then if you're overbalanced, you'll find that you're power hungry and you need to do more, you need to climb the corporate ladder, you literally burn yourself out to be successful, and can often relate to being self-absorbed. Many of us can't see women in that space. I think we all do get in that space. While self-care is important, self-absorbed on the other end of the scale obviously is not great for anybody involved, including yourself. It's toxic. And like I said, digestive issues like heartburn, bloating, even weak core muscles can be associated with a blocked solar plexus. Backache as well. So some of the remedies, also practical, like I said, beyond the meditation and the frequency, sound work, etc., is core exercises. So yoga, Pilates, for example, is brilliant for core, as well as bounding, jumping on a trampoline. And then also, because it is associated with the element of fire, being in the sunshine, soaking up the sun a bit, obviously in moderation. And the other thing is burning candles or sitting by a fire while the fire is burning in the fireplace, and just meditating and contemplating life and speaking what you have control over in terms of your destiny, speaking positivity into your future. The fourth chakra is the heart chakra. It literally is the center chakra between the top three and the bottom three. And the heart chakra for me was something that I did work on in 2020, as I mentioned. It's the color green. And the message behind the heart chakra is I love. It's the center of love. And the element is the element of air. So can you freely love yourself? And I believe if you've freely been able to love yourself, not in a haughty, vain way, in a way that you self-care and you find that you actually are important too. If you're able to love yourself, that then is freely able to flow to others and love others. Sometimes we love in an imbalanced type of way, where we give too much and not enough to ourselves, and we feel depleted and empty. So self-care is very important in terms of managing and balancing the heart chakra. So some of the blockage in terms of the symptoms, you might experience fears of betrayal, fears of rejection, anger, bitterness. I had a lot of anger at one stage. I didn't even know. I'm naturally quite a gentle person, but when I went through a lot of stress and anxiety and heartbreak, I expressed it in anger. And in dealing with healing and opening this chakra, a lot of that, it's gone actually. Like I said, I'm now focusing more on the lower chakras at this stage. So it's just interesting how when you work through these various chakras, how you do get the breakthrough. Some of the overbalance symptoms include codependent relationships. So I can't live without this person. That's not true. Actually, we all should be able to live by ourselves, but have the need for other people to add to our lives, not because we need them, you know. And then neediness, jealousy, even weak lungs, a bit of asthma can cause that. Or not asthma, asthma's rather could be a symptom of a heart chakra that's blocked. Sometimes shoulder tension, I mean, I get this from just exercise, but if it's there without doing exercise, that could potentially be a sign of a heart chakra blockage, including your wrists and arms. Again, remedies, like I said, meditation is key. And then just invest time, self-care. So all the chakras are interrelated. So even just taking a bath with the water element, with candles in the background and whatever you like to drink with it, and just allowing yourself to love on you and to reflect on the day and release negative energy, to breathe. All of these things can add to our self-care. And then spend time with your loved ones, with your pets. I know I absolutely adore my pet. We have a lot of fun together, we go for walks, and that really fills me up, makes me happy. So, and positive self-talk, that is very key. And also not only positive self-talk, but also being kind to other people, thinking kindly of them and about them, also help balance and open your heart chakra. The throat chakra, it is the color blue. This is a chakra I also worked on in 2020, and hence why I was able to build a bit of confidence, start expressing myself. Can you hear the aeroplane in the background? That's self-expression, right? The throat chakra is related to being able to communicate and also being able to show love through the vibration of your voice, your sound. And each of us have a unique sound. It's actually so beautiful. You know that our voices can actually heal other people. We don't even have to necessarily pray for them or say I love you, but just speaking with a vibration of kindness can do that. Can you believe that? It's actually amazing. So the message behind the throat chakra is I express. So it's ability to be able to speak your truth, to communicate openly, to communicate in an assertive way, so you're not like too shy and not wanting to speak your truth and trying to please people and say the right things. You're open and honest, but in a kind and loving way with your voice. And you're able to express yourself. You're also able to ask for what you need. This throat chakra thing was something I struggled with. I didn't know how to ask for what I need. I didn't know I had the ability to have a voice and that people would actually want to listen to me or even cared what I had to say. So I don't know if you care what I have to say, but anyway, I'm trying to help you, so yeah. So self-expression is a big one, and the element for the throat chakra is space. So it's talking about the ethers. It's not air, it's beyond that. And if you think about talking, it goes into space, right? Into the ethers. Actually, if you're going to go scriptural, every word you've ever said has been recorded. And there's even science behind that to prove that it's possible. So that's interesting. If your throat chakra is blocked, it speaks to believing lies, or openly lying to other people, miscommunication, inability to speak your mind, like I said earlier, difficulty with being honest with yourself and others. If it's overbalanced, it's obviously the opposite. So over talking, taking over conversations, being very overbearing, and also being critical of others with your voice. And like I said, we can use our voice to heal or we can use to destroy. There's power in the tongue, guys, big time. It's related to, in terms of the parts of the body, your lungs, because as you talk, you breathe as well. Your vocal cords, obviously your throat and your ears as well. So any blockages might manifest physically in those areas. And then some of the remedies would include food again, so eating blue foods like blueberries and blackberries. And then singing, chanting, breathing exercises. One of these days I'll share a video in terms of deep breathing and the benefits of that. And again, when in terms of opening all of your chakras, breathing is amazing across the board because you can literally breathe into each of those centers and release the blocked energy as you do that. Okay, so the sixth chakra, like I said, the main ones, the third eye chakra, it sits here. It's also known as the brow chakra, so it sits here. Many of us know about the third eye chakra. And essentially, well, the color is indigo, and the message behind it is I am the witness. And it literally speaks to being open to your inner truth, your inner intuition, being perceptive and intuitively open to what's going around you and within you, being connected to your higher self. And like I said, recently I've been doing some meditations and work where I'm actually seeing my higher self as this light being. And it's quite beautiful because when you do that, you start realizing that that energy inside of you is actually so pure. And the ego of this physical realm just gets in the way, you know. So part of opening the third eye is dealing with the ego a lot of the time. So it is the center of your intuition and perception. The element is light. And it speaks to your cognitive ability, your ability to recall, so memory. It also speaks to having healthy sleep patterns, recalling your dreams, etc. So if your third eye is blocked, you'll often find you may be sensitive to light or more sensitive than normal. You could experience headaches, dizziness, brain fog, and insomnia. And then the remedy for the third eye, again, I mentioned meditation. Visualization is a big one. Imagining yourself as a light being, imagining yourself as pure and listening to your higher self. If you connect within, if you go within, close your eyes and go within, you can increase your ability to perceive and be more in tune with who you are and what's going on around you. Practical things, foods such as grapes, eggplant, cabbage, and dates. Alright, so last but definitely not least is the crown chakra. It literally isn't actually, it hovers slightly above your crown. And the color for the crown chakra is violet or white light. And the message is, I am that I am. And if you just listen to that message, it's in terms of your higher consciousness, it's connecting to the divine. It's connecting to consciousness beyond the physical realm. So like I said earlier, we're not just this, then we're more to this. There's more to this than just the physical. We have a spiritual part of who we are, and the crown chakra talks to speaking to the divine, the spiritual realm outside of us, spirit to spirit. So it is the center of enlightenment. If our crown chakra is blocked, we might actually experience a general inability to function. May have trouble with coordination and balance. And if it's blocked, we could also be over attached to the material realm. So we're so focused on what's happening down here in this 3D realm, money, finances, people, relationship, toxic nonsense, instead of connecting to the divine and a higher self and finding peace. Essentially, when your crown chakra is open, you experience a lot of peace. And I must say, I have been in that place and continue to seek that every day. And how funny that my dog's fighting with the dog next door, lack of peace. Crown chakra of my dog needs to be open. Anyway, so the remedy for opening your crown chakra is spending time in nature, sunlight, fresh air. Actually speaks to all of the chakras, to be honest. And connecting with the divine through meditation, through prayer, and spending time with the people you love. And also remembering to love yourself and connect with your higher self. So yeah, I hope this video helped. Like I said, what I am going to do is unpack each of the chakras in more detail because there's so much. I will share some links in the description box below in terms of meditations you can do to work through all the chakras, and some healing frequency meditations as well. So guys, be blessed, have a beautiful day, a beautiful week ahead, and if you have any questions, pop them in the comments. And yeah, please share if you feel someone will benefit from this. Obviously comment and follow. I'm early days. Your support would be really, really welcomed and appreciated. I want to share good energy with you. I want to share love and light. So yeah, I would appreciate if you've got the same energy and you resonate with me, stay on board.